What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. And it's time to let Hashut rise again. And I'm recording a lot earlier than I normally do this week because I am not going to be around at my place of residence for Monday, which is when I usually record this for Tuesday. But yeah, I'm going to be busy, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I'm going to record well in advance, and this will be a premiere release. The second time I've actually done this, and it's kind of neat. See how it works out this time. So what we've been doing the last little bit is we've been working on crushing what's left of the dwarven forces. And apparently my mouse wheel is deciding to be weird again. There we go. The rest of the dwarf forces, and we've been pushing westward to crush the remainder of the Empire. Now we've had a few losses. Zhar the Black got knocked out of action for a little bit. And we have a couple armies that were downgraded severely that are now getting us forces from our allies. Now in this series it hasn't been, we've been auto-resolving pretty much everything. I think like we go to our statistics here, we can actually see exactly how much we've been doing on that regard. Battles. Right here, battles. Yeah, we've had 167 compared to 15. That's a lot of battles to fight, but in our next playthrough we're going to do a lot more fighting of them. I know I say that every time, but yeah, next time I really mean it. TM. Anyway, so what we're doing. We got some upgrades that we can do. Now, Castle Tempelhof gives us an area in the center of what is the Empire, but we do have Castle Drakenhof that's leveling up. So I'm tempted to continue that, especially since Drakenhof has, once we have the armaments for it, we can get all the buildings that we need there and level it up fairly efficiently. We could do the same with Tempelhof, but it's not too bad. We can upgrade it regardless, and just things that require raw resources and gold, not a big deal. And we get the charcoal forge. That's what I was looking for. Gives us some armaments per turn, which is good. So we're going to need more armaments, but we are getting way too many raw materials per turn, so that's not really an issue anymore. We can start making some factory areas. In fact, we may even go back to our homeland and start making more factories there. Let's take a quick look what we've got in Great Skull Lakes. We could convert to a factory, because we've got a factory here. They are in the center of our area, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's very, very tempting. And we are pumping a lot of our prisoners with jobs into here. We have a lot of council influence too, now that we really need to use it. What else we got in our manufactory? We've got the ability to upgrade our war machines some more, but we're not really going to do that. We don't need extra powder. We don't want to spend any more armaments per turn. That's something I wish I'd done a little bit better during this campaign, is the management of our resources, but I was still learning it, so cut me a little bit of slack. We're just going to let the other nations go and see what it goes through. Yeah, the Chaos Dwarves were not exactly the easiest to learn off the bat. I don't think I'll ever really have them mastered. I mean, I don't like doom stacking in these games. I like thematic armies. I know the computer uses a lot of more min-maxed armies than they should, but I like thematic armies. I like each individual unit counting for something and trying to carry, well, at least in the personal playthroughs where I have all the time in the world just to goof around and I can spend 2 hours on a turn to make my units into things that are memorable for each one of my individual generals that I customize. And yes, I'm one of those uber geeks that does that. But for this, it's less important than that. We just need the troops going on the way, because I can't name them all the same cookie names and stuff that I do in my single player. If I was going to do that, I'd be naming them after all of you guys, so that is that. We don't want to join the war against the Golden Order right now. We'll be probably doing that short order once we're done with the Empire, and we can focus our efforts on the dwarves, because we're going to swing through, and I have kind of decided while I was away, Ironbrow's expedition is more dwarves. We've got to destroy them before we can claim ultimate victory, so we'll swing west first and deal with Baelgar Ironhammer and all of his people. And then we will swing south and deal with those dwarves. Alright, so we were going up this way. We've got
You dishonor me.
Alberic de Bordlow. Legendary Lord. Now, we can't quite get to him, but we can cut him off from this direction. Ostrogoth's been going on a northern route, which I'm fine with that. It's not a big deal. We can go up and destroy Dieterschaffen if it doesn't get destroyed by other people. While we're in this screen, because I'm thinking about it, Legion of Chaos is someone we can't ally with, because we are friends with the War Host of the Apocalypse. That's the words I'm looking for. And if I seem a little bit not all there mentally tonight, there is a reason for that, and that would be we went out for sushi. Skaldrish is our good general. So what we're going to do is we have an army sitting here under Drazulth, and we have our two armies here. These guys chase down the last of the normal dwarves, so we're going to send them. We're going to go after Grumbrindle, of all things. And then Zatan and Drazulth can go and fight the dwarves elsewhere. Now we do have to worry about Warzag, Great Green Prophet, and his troops, but it's less of a concern. I mean, we're going to be fighting the Western Badlands a lot pretty quick here. We'll get Drazulth to take him on, actually. If they want to fight that out. Well, they don't want to fight it out, apparently. There's gonna be lots that we have to do. Alright, so these guys are still gathering up forces. We can get some dwarf warriors for them, but they already have some stuff from other nations, and well, let's face it, they're mostly expendable goblins, so we don't really need to worry about it too much. We can give them a couple of Bale Tauruses, though. I gotta wait one more turn for Starchaz to get his chosen. So that's a thing. We don't have any infantry in that army, so let's get a few goblins going. That'll help out there. Now this Dirkmeyer Oathkiller has a lot of dwarves. We'll get him another one of those. We don't have the access to enough blunderbusses right now. That's really what's kind of killing us. I'd actually like to get some more fire glaives if I can. So that gives us one more unit of fire glaives that we can possibly get. We're going to turn him into... Alright, so that helps there. He's going after Flensburg, which is good enough for us. And then these guys can go after Wissenberg. And that gave us access to more ranged items. Spell resistance for them. Not a big deal. We're not going to upgrade anything, but we do have a convoy that we can dispatch. We now have the ability to run 3 convoys. We've got one that's going to Karankar. We've got one that's going to Grey Hall of Greasus that's going to be done this turn. So where are we going to send this one? We could send it all the way down to the Wizard Caliph's palace, but we don't have enough armaments as is. So we're looking to sell off for other things. Let's send them to the Silver Tower of Sorcerers. Go buy some manpower. That'll help us out. Running 3 caravans. I think that's going to be pretty important to their economy overall. We've got lots of gold, so let's upgrade this. Our Death Gorge outpost. Might as well upgrade the Howling Citadel as well. Get some more of those really juicy Chaos troops. Alright, let's let the other nations go and see if we can start getting rid of the dwarves in the south. I mean, Ostrogoth and his little buddy are just going to keep going around up in the north, eliminating Empire generals and captains and going after the Bretonni. Might swing over into there, because we could technically take the Grey Mountains as our own, because there are dwarf holds there. And I think we're going to have to do some in the Grey Mountains. Okay, they took Dokkaraz, so we're going to have to swing down and deal with these orcs and goblins here. Alright, so maybe Zhatan the Black and Drazulth are going to go west. And we'll send our custom lord down to the south to deal with the orcs and goblins, and he can start dealing with Ironbrow's expedition. I don't really want to start a war with them right now, but we do have to start looking into this, because we got a wall right here, and Barrackvar's not going to last if we do that. I don't really care what happens in the south here. Now let's move on, we don't need extra treasure. Alright, so that's another convoy completed. Lots of weapons and we have lots of gold. So what can we exchange gold for? We got one headed to the Silver Peaks right now. Castle Drakenhof, which is to us? Can we even do that? Apparently we can. Send it to Blackrag and we'll get some raw resources. Actually, let's send it... Yeah, they're both raw resources. So we'll just dispatch another convoy. There we go. Alright, so the Bretonni went into the woods, which we expected. Alright, that takes care of those two generals. They'll head towards the pit. Now Varenka Hills got decimated. So we'll upgrade Barrackvar as much as we can. And Grombrindal should be... He'll retreat from this one, but he won't get far enough, I don't think. This will allow us to get 3 armies in to attack him.
Strolden. Dum Thaumansi. Afan Ardugar. Zista Ardugar Arabrin. Or Bezeki Tafeos.
Alright, got sword anti-heroes there.
He's up crew. Roots. Zhar Kuz. Zul Una.
That helps us out a little bit. Scalderish. Get him Foe Seeker.
Awanrag.
Vandalier.
Hashut Hasharak Avunbak.
Alright, Starchaz and look, Taz are good to go. Alright, we'll send those armies out, and they should go after Flensburg here shortly. Next turn, they should. This is one of our convoys. Let's care of that. Skorigny. What is in Skorigny's army? Right, he's just kind of back up to us. Does he have Arcane Conduit? He does have Arcane Conduit, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's go Hellfire Ordnance because he has war machines. Alright, so that's the Taurus inside of his army. We'll get Devastating Charge, and then both of the Castellans are ready to level up. Alright, I wonder what's going to go on here. Because let's see what the actual victory conditions for the long victory are. We need Zhar Nagrund. Grimgor's Art Boys and both the dwarves are gone, so we just literally have to take Zhar Nagrund and we could have a long campaign victory. Is Zhar Nagrund garrisoned is the question. A pretty big garrison on it.
Gorndok.
And a full army. We could send some armies back and deal with that and actually get the legit campaign victory, but that's not what I'm wanting. I want our self-imposed one, which is killing off the other dwarves. It's killing them off. I'm not gonna level anything else up right now. We got some damaged buildings, which we can repair. It's not a big deal. Let's let the other nations go and see what they do. We don't want to join that war just yet. We'll let the rats fight out with the other dwarves. Ideally, we'd have a way to go to war with Clan Moors. Okay, Barak got nailed, but we were kind of expecting that. Drazoth can go in there and clean up the savage orcs. Oh, looks like the Black Pit is gone. Yeah, we can lose some Hobgoblin cutthroats. Alright, so we'll get siege logistics. Doesn't really matter, we're almost out of things to research anyway. Ah, the Black Pit was taken over by them. Now, he's not in march stance. Wonder if he'll actually stand and fight here, or if we'll just chase him. He'll probably run. We can go and take Gorsel from him. Not a big deal. Oh, Reichland and the Golden Order are confederated, so we're no longer at war with the Empire. That makes life slightly different for us. While we're here near Barak Bar, where did Great Prophet went there? If we can nail them before they can recover, we can take Doc Karaz back. And Shatan the Black. I think that's what we'll give him for units right now. Alright, so Skorigny's there, and that'll set them up. Now, these characters should have leveled up a little bit. Tell you one thing, if you have a lot of really good sushi, then you will be tired afterwards, which is kind of where I'm sitting at right now. I love it to death, but damn, sometimes that sushi coma, it just hits different. So these two armies we don't need here anymore, since the Empire got confederated with. But what we can do is we could push towards Bretonia.
It is forbidden.
Now, they have a few armies. What's their strength rate compared to ours?
Not one step further,
13, and we're
stranger.
number 3.
You do not walk my lands with...
But they are way weaker than us. Bellacor's coming in. They're gonna get hurt. What we can do then is shift focus and send these guys south into the mountains. And if we use the underway, be able to do it that way pretty easily. while I'm thinking about it, let's just upgrade these places. We don't have a lot of armaments, as per usual.
Draj da baraku.
Dark Game Oath Killer. He was going to go after the Empire, because Emperor Karl Franz is now part of the Golden Order. And he's got a lot of the...
Lakash, Migdal, Groma Drazul.
Alright, so that's going to do it for that turn. It's always weird when the major factions, the Legendary Lords, confederate with one another. Especially since this time, thematically, they went backwards. The Golden Order would be part of the Empire, not the other way around. But strange things happen in Total War games.
Takum Karu.
Grom being Grom, being a giant pain in our behind.
Aurora Dwa, Arnu Ork.
Yeah, that would be very bad for us right now. So we're not going to do that until we have a chance to pull back and get things all along the Golden Order's borders. So we can hit all their cities at once. The war declaration. We'll take the Man-Eaters, that's good. Alright. How far can Hergar the Black go? Or Hergar of Ugusgalak?
Hashut Ankor. Afrinko. Moving. Zhar Kuz. Dakuaz ta Elgram. Zul una Zhar. Throng Abgru.
Alright, let's take Medorka.
Grunzen Barak. Skrun. Dakan. Dumleth. My axe thirsts for war. Dakdrath.
So we'll be going up to Karak Angazar next, I think. We'll push them down and out. And where Grom the Paunch end up at? All the way over there.
Kualuma.
Can't quite make it to him. He's gonna go after Iron Rock. Iron Rock does not have a good garrison as far as I know. Pretty sad little garrison. I'm okay with Grom raiding and pillaging. It's not really a big deal right now.
Anil Dusde. Talejinaras Gronek Kazad. Kumbelu Fostard. Drazot. Raja. Doomskulki.
Alright, these two are gonna keep pushing down towards the mountains.
Dot. Waddle.
If we can get them up in the hills here, we can go after Karak Bufdar and then down towards Maragliano. This is our good lord. Now, he was gonna go full infantry. We can't get any blunderbusses right now. We do, however, have enough to open up another set of fire glaives for us. Which means this army should be able to get some more fire glaives. And that's another one of our caravans. Do we have all three out on? Yeah, we have 3 out of 3 on the go. So that's that. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Now we did have. I thought we had
Tael gramuskul. Taital grintak.
One of our places went under siege is what I'm looking for. Those are the words. Sees the plague. Someone sacked. I might as well construct an outpost there. So we have a fair bit of coin. Let's just upgrade all of our... While I'm at it,
Chaos in Kar.
Consort of Corn. The Darklands bring interesting opportunities. The Gore
we
Queen.
can't threaten her into being an ally just yet. What we could do, though, is... Where is he? This army here, if we go for allied regiments, we can start looking at getting either some Cornate warriors. We can get Bloodthirsters? Oh, I would definitely like to get several Bloodthirsters in here. That would be pretty amazing. They're 20 points each. So let's get a Bloodthirster. And we'll get Chaos Knights of Corn on lances. I'd love to get the Skull Crushers, but you know what? Fair enough, it's fair enough. And then Clan Moors, because we can have 2 more things in here. Can we get any of their... We could get Plague Claw Catapults, so that's not really what I want. I want... the Fecundites we can't really do much with. Legion of the Gore Queen, same deal. Clan Scryer. Can we get some kooky contraptions out of our Ratman allies? We get Doom Wheels. Yeah, I kind of want a weapon team, or... Let's get a couple of Rattling Guns, because they're awesome. They kind of see what we're doing. Alright, well, let's let the other nations go, and we'll see where it goes from there. We got a couple other turns before this episode is done, so no, I don't want a military alliance with the Legion of Chaos. Because, yeah, we're friends with the War Host. We can start really pushing on the last 2 Dwarven Enclaves. That's where our campaign victory lies. Means we gotta kill the orcs in the Badlands, though. Alright, so we lost Iron Rock, but we can push back into it. I'm not too worried about that. It's not part of our win conditions. We just gotta kill, at the very least, Bailgun Iron Gut, and then we can go deal with the expedition. Because they're pretty expanded. They're all the way down into the Southlands Thunderdome. Oh, that would be... Oh, we are in trouble no matter what we do with this. We'll hold the alliance. Well, now we kind of changed our plans up a little bit. We're going to go for the long victory. Well, that kind of eliminated most of our... Okay, so now that we're at war with the Endgame faction again, and they have a massive army sitting right outside of our forces, let's get a Hashut Lord. 5% ward save. Kind of like that. And what can we get for heroes? Yeah, let's get Violent. Also, that's a really cool looking Torok. What can we get for a Castellan and... A Damon Smith Warlock. We're gonna go fire with him though, if we can. What's Vainglorious, Corrupt. We'll use him to boost our army. And if we can actually select the Lord in all this. We're gonna take Infernal Guard with great weapons. We're gonna take a bunch of Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. We're gonna take 2 Infernal Guard. It's gonna be a few turns till this army's all ready to go. I'll take a couple of units Bull Centaur Renders. And unfortunately, the Bretonnians are going to gain a stay of execution. We're going to keep leapfrogging those guys back as fast as we can. Well, Skalderish goes over and keeps fighting Baelgar. These 2 armies are going to work in tandem no matter what. Alright, that suits us there. And our Castellan. Oh, he doesn't have the Hedros de Zhar yet. We'll grab that for him instead. Doesn't really matter what we choose there. This Tarok is ready for that. And Drazoth, you're headed to Iron Rock.
Makazia Faumansi. Hashut. Catalistrokugal. Sumastaligision.
What can we get here? I know I kind of went quiet there for a minute. Tend to happen when I'm thinking too much, and yeah. So 2 turns, this army's going to start marching over towards Mount Squighorn and all of this. Look at all of those armies. We're going to have to deal with that. That's one of our caravans, and we're going to lose a lot of those if we're not careful. They're all sent out. Now for the unassigned skill points. Yes, this is our new lord. Alright, he's up to Hellhammer, which helps us out. Hedros of Zhar, we'll gain Survivalist, Infernal Slugs. No, we don't want Infernal Slugs. We'll get Hedros of Zhar, Survivalist, Hellforged Bolts. And we'll get these 3 to get Molten Cores. That's what we want. Alright, that's our Castellan working. And a Tarok. Not a bad start. It's nice having all these heroes starting off at like level 12. Aspect of the Dread Knight will be a good spell to start off with, and he'll help out there. Because this is going to be the army that I think we're going to try and sneak down, take the Falls of Doom, and then go for Zhar Nagrund if we can. It's going to be tough. But that sudden little reversal I think that's where we're going to call it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, please just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.